So I'm really into airsoft, spent over 1K on it so far. And when my buddy, who I'll call Ken, mentioned that he was looking into getting into the hobby, I invited him to a 1v1 to learn the ropes. We met up at my grandparents' place, which is a 60-acre patch of land covered mostly with woods. My grandparents made us supper, and I taught Ken how to use the gun he had borrowed. Night eventually fell, and I busted out my tracer unit and glow-in-the-dark BBs. Ken decided that he wanted to play a couple night games. So to make things fair, we decided to use pistols only, and since I was more experienced, I had my tracer unit on my gun. We both had walkie-talkies to coordinate once we split up to play. Each had a built-in flashlight, and that's what we were using to see. We walked out to a field along a trail that hugged the tree line. The plan was to follow the trail until it actually went into the woods, but I noticed a trail cut into the tall grass towards the middle of the field. Since it wasn't there the last time I had visited the property, I decided that it was worth checking out. We followed it until it dead-ended at a barbed wire fence. Beyond the fence was a small evergreen. We both noticed something faintly glowing in the tree. At first I thought it was just a hole where you could see the night sky through the branches, so I walked down the trail a bit. Nope. Something was glowing in the tree. I took a couple shots at it with my airsoft gun. Nothing. I walked back to Ken and we discussed what we thought it was. He thought it was a reflector screwed to the tree. I had no idea. We both decided to head back and continue with the original plan. We were walking back to the original trail, just tossing around random ideas about what we saw, when we both realized that all sounds except for the ones we were making had quit. No birds, no bugs, no wind, nothing. That definitely put us on edge. So we stopped walking and started shining our lights around. Nothing. Then we heard a clicking sound. Ken described it kind of sounding like the predator sound. It definitely wasn't the predator sound though. It was in bursts of 2 clicks at a time. Like click, click, pause, click, click, pause. We were sufficiently spooked at this point, so we started heading towards the house. We had made it about 100 yards when Ken turned around and yelled, "Run!" then took off running. I followed and asked him why he was running. He shouted, "Behind us!" I shined my light back down the trail and saw 2 reflective eyes, like a dog's or cat's eyes. But they were about 7 feet up and 8 inches apart. That's all I saw. Ken later said that he saw a tall, skinny creature with gray skin. He started running before he saw the face. I instinctively started shooting at it. I could see my BBs just flying into the night, and I was about to call it a false alarm, when I saw several BBs bounce off of something in the middle of the trail. I decided that I wasn't going to risk it and kept running. We both made it to the house fine and never said a word to either of my grandparents. We did go back the next morning and investigated the area. There was no reflector on the tree, and we couldn't find anything lighter than the rest of the tree that we could see. Another thing that I almost forgot was that my grandparents' guard dog, Zeus, was going pretty much crazy that night, and that their cats that usually would sleep out in the garage were staying inside all night.